Hi, from Zoans. Today we are talking about how stereo enhancement can destroy your mix. First of all, I'm going to speak about what is stereo. We have in nature two ears, okay? Why we have two ears? To recognize where the sound came from. Okay, basically is the function of having two ears. And in an acoustic ambient, for example, if I play a piano, okay, I have the reflection of the material, so I have reverb. And reverb make that kind of differences between the sound I hear from into the right ear and into the left ear. So there are differences. With stereo enhancement, any stereo enhancer is not natural. It's an emulation of what happened in nature. Okay, so the goal of stereo enhancer is to wide the sound, but have some cost. And I show you some examples. First of all, how works a stereo enhancer? In the previous video, we have seen about the component of a sound. The sound, the stereo sound is composed by a part called mid and a part called sine. Okay, so if you have not seen yet that video, so go to see. You can find top right of this video. And so if you a stereo enhancer works in this way. So in this case, I have this simple sound, and the stereo enhancer work in this way. Increase the side part of the sound. So the side part is like I take this wave shape, pan totally to the right, then create another with another oscillator, the same wave but inverted and phased and pan it totally this time to the left. So the sound I obtain is this. It's a certain weird sound. It's the same sound, right and left ear, but one of them is inverted and phased. So this is the way the stereo enhancer works. For example, let me take a patch. In a previous video, you have seen this kind of situation. I put stereo shaper, then I chose the preset called mid aside splitter, then activate the output send to. I insert maybe this one in order to separate, just to separate lines. And maybe I can add another one. Okay. Here I have the mid part of the sound, and here I have the side part of the sound. So if I increase the mid part, the sound begins more mono. If I decrease the mid part, obviously in this case, I can hear nothing because the stereo shaper works differently from a stereo enhancer. I have to put some reverb. So reverb is a stereo effect. And now I can hear the side part. So stereo shaper split the mid part of the sound and the side part of the sound and lets me control independently. Obviously, if I decrease the mid part of the sound or increase the side part of the sound, I obtain more side, so more wide sound. First thing you can notice if the relationship between mid and side part of the sound. If a side part is too louder than mid part of the sound, so side is more louder than mid, you also lost the transient of the sound. So the sound at a certain point has no more attack. So this is very, very important. Okay, and let's turn. So we'll make it, and now we are going to make some examples testing stereo enhancer. So in this case, I have this sound. Now in Fruity Patcher, I have put to make this test one stereo enhancer that separates 100% the sound. Then put another stereo enhancer. So it's supposed to be merged 50%. If I merge to 100%, the sound is totally mono. So I want to return in this way the original sound. Okay, so this is a test. And then in this other line, I put pretty stereo shaper, but the sound is inverted in the phase. If you have seen in our previous video, we have made some example with paint, and when you put, this is the sound, pure sound. If I activate second oscillator, and the shape of the wave is the same, but I invert the phase, I obtain, this is the sound of my keyboard, I obtain no more sound because the two waves cancel each other out. Okay, this is what happens. And in this case, I expect to have the same situation. Okay, so I'm processing stereo shaper, I increase the stereo widening, and then I reduce. But I have a sound. So what does it mean? That stereo shaper basically changes everything about the sound. So it's a certain type of manipulation, but I don't recommend to use too much unless you obtain better result. So remind, follow your ear. Okay, if you can if you obtain better result, okay, you can use stereo enhancer, but keep in mind the stereo enhancer is a certain algorithmic kind of thing, and it's not you for example, you can think, okay, stereo enhancer is like you put your speakers more distant in space. No, is not the same thing. One is natural and the other is algorithmic. Okay, so it's not natural. I had made the same test, obviously with the stereo separation knob of any mixer track in FL Studio. So I basically put this super wave sound into this red mixer track. Then the sound goes to mixer track 4 being 100% separated, and then the sound goes to mixer track 5, and then the sound being merged 50%, and then goes to the master. From insert 3, the sound goes to insert 7 with no effect except the inversion of phase. So I have a sound. Okay, so this is a proof of what I was saying before. Another test I wanted to make is this. So confronting these two type of stereo widening. So the one that is in the mixer track and stereo enhance. And so one of them is inverted in phase. So I obtain the residual. Okay, so if you remember in the previous video, we have seen when you put sounds together, they sum and subtract each other. Okay, it's not always you make 2 plus 2 make 4, but if the sound is phase is inverted, so the sound is negative, it's like you make 2 minus 2, that makes 0. So, and in this case, so I put this super wave to the 7 mixer track, and I obtain sound. Use stereo enhancer just when you obtain better result, but keep in mind that we also obtain less transient to the sound. So think about a snare, okay? At least example with a snare. So I put this snare here, and if I obviously the snare is not very stereo sound, but if I insert stereo enhancer, as you can hear, okay, I put another stereo enhancer. Okay, I want to enhance the sound. What does is the sound is very, very terrible. Another, okay. So you are very sure to use stereo enhancer again and again. Please, if you want wide your stereo image, use chorus, use reverb, use delay, okay, something phaser, okay, but not use stereo enhancer unless you obtain in some cases better result. Obviously, if you reduce the separation of the sound, okay, it's a good thing because you want to sound more mono, but pay attention when you increase, okay, the stereo separation in this way. So I hope to be helpful with this video today. I invite you to leave a comment below and say me what you think, and we'll see you soon. Bye.